Hey, what's going on? It's been a minute. Hey, I just popped on here to talk about self-esteem and dating, how the two go hand in hand. Okay? Now, in my experience, the two went hand in hand because I didn't date a lot. When I was, younger, I didn't date a lot, but I was in relationships. I had, a couple of relationships that lasted for a while. I stayed in like a couple of long-term relationships. And here's the thing. When your self-esteem is low, you're willing to not accept just anything, but you're willing to accept things and be comfortable. You know what I mean? You get comfortable being with that one person, and you kind of like laser focus on them. And time goes past and nothing happens. Nothing develops out of the relationship. So, in my experience, dating with options will be the best thing to do. Okay? I'm not saying that you have to be young and date with options, and I'm not saying you have to be older to date with options. I'm just saying date and keep your options open. I think the more you explore yourself, you love yourself, you build your self-esteem up by being around or being with different men. Not saying being with them sexually or anything like that, but just dating and keeping your options open, because you, my dear, are the prize. Don't get it twisted. Don't. Men are now saying that they're the prize too. I noticed like the generation coming up, I've seen a couple of men. I even heard a man, that I was talking to. He said, I'm the prize too. And that's not true. Women are the prize. We are the prize because we were pulled from them to reproduce. And it doesn't necessarily have to be reproduction, like baby wise or infant wise or birth wise, but we're nurturers, and we're always nurturing. We're naturally nurturers. And I'm sorry, as much as the men want to be the prize, they are not nurturers. They're not really caretakers. They're not givers. So we're the prize. We are the prize. We're the backbone of relationships, or even marriages. We're the backbone. So the thing is, my self-esteem wasn't that great. I'll be honest, because when I look at it, at an early age, I wanted to be married. I wanted to have, I wanted to get married. I wanted a wedding. I wanted this, that, and the other, but it didn't work out like that. And so my thing was, I didn't date a lot. Back in those days, I wish we would have had YouTube like this. Back in the day, you would have been known to be a hoe or whatever. Just for dating, not messing around, not having sex with everybody, but just for dating. They just would put these implications on you that you loose, and that's not true. That's not true. I mean, Caucasian women, they do it all the time. They date, and date various men, and there's nothing wrong with that. So get yourself together, because you only have you. That's what I keep saying. You only have you. This is your life. There's nobody else's life. And get the guts enough to go out there and get what you want. Because guess what? You're worth it. You are worth it. You know what I mean? And date often and date different as well. Just don't stay in this one-dimensional, I gotta have this type of man. That's out the door, because when God sends you someone, sometimes he got jokes. And they are the complete opposite of what what you like. And it might just come in a different package. You know what I mean? It might be a different package. He might be a shorter guy. He might be a taller guy. He might be, not look like this handsome, swagged out dude that man that you want to obtain. It might be a guy, just working his way through college, doing stuff on the side, or want a builder. You know what I mean? But you gotta get out of that one-dimensional man, the one-dimensional guy. He gotta be this tall. He gotta have this amount of money. He gotta drive this. He gotta look a certain way. And we all know that when you find someone that's kind of like, might be a little, nerdy a little bit, with the dress, you can always change that, We have our ways, women have our ways, right? We can always change that. But yeah, self-esteem is just, all in all, you got to have a high self-esteem. You got to think of yourself as, you got to think of yourself as the prize, and develop your self-esteem and your self-worth. Just don't date and put up with garbage, put up with garbage and this, that, and the other. Excuse me, my nose is itching. But yeah, that's it for me. Just knowing what I've been through, and knowing that I could have done a lot better at dating, and a lot better, with the various different men, and stepping outside my box, sometimes not lowering your level, not lowering your standards. Don't lower your standards. Please don't lower your standards. Get some standards. That's another thing. To have better self-esteem or higher self-esteem, you have to set standards, and you got to stick to them. You got to stick to them, because look at here. If they really wanted to be with you, them standards, they're going to be met. They're going to be met. And don't be putting your feelings in it. Don't be putting your feelings all wrapped up in it and everything. It's just a date. It's just a date. That's it. It ain't no love lost. It's just a date. Keep it simple. You know what I mean? Because you go out here and you try to go to all these nice restaurants at first and everything, and this dude turned out to be a dud, or not for you, I mean, you get your meal on and everything, but it's just date simple. Don't go in and just go for coffee or something the first time, or just something simple. Walk in the park, talk, get to know this person, and everything, to see if you even want to be bothered with a second date, and just keep it light, keep it fun, Sometimes we sit up and we, first time, your ex, and then X is X for a reason. They X'd out. That means no. X is no. They're X for a reason. X, exit. Exit it. Exegesis. Just X them out. And don't talk about them. Because, hell, ain't nothing you could do about them now, So, yeah. So yeah, in my experience, um, I wished I would have dated more various type of men instead of just the one-dimensional type of men that you know, that I dated, I dated. So yeah, just keep that in mind the next time you see that nerd in a suit or that nerd, that got a little potential, or anything, and he's like, and he said, "Hi, how you doing?" And you're like, give him a chance. Give different dudes a chance. As long as they decent and in order, give them a chance if they approach you. Give them a chance. Don't shoot every man down that it's not your so-called type and stuff. But yeah, self-esteem and dating, they go hand in hand. Yeah, you gotta think a lot more of yourself and date around. Date around and tell them you're dating. If they say, "Hey, blah 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 blah," tell them you're dating. Men love competitiveness. They love competitiveness. They thrive on it. They thrive on it. We're more or less like, that's why they're competitive by nature, and we're not. We're not competitive by nature. They are. In that sense, where they're the chasers. We are not the chasers. When we are the chasers, we're out of order. It's out of order. I'm sorry. Don't get it twisted. I'm sorry. Don't chase a man. If a man wants you, he knows where to find you, and he knows what to do. So that's all I got to say. That self-esteem, your self-worth go hand in hand when you are dating. Date often, like they say, vote often in Chicago. No, I'm just kidding. Date often and date different. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Enjoy, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.